Hey there everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me here today. Came back a little bit early from Pensacola. It's Sunday afternoon about, I don't know, about 2 in the afternoon. It's hot, hot, hot here. I knew we had to have one more little heat wave before we got any cooler temperatures, and yeah, we've been like in the mid-90s the past few days. But anyhow, just wanted to start the week out talking about my raw food diet philosophy, doing versus talking. Very different approaches. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you haven't done it already, please go down there and hit that subscribe button now. Then immediately click on the little bell, check send notifications, so you'll stay subscribed to the channel and you'll get updates for new videos. Got to do these videos over and over and over because I get questions that let me know that I need to do certain clarification videos from time to time, because I get, whether it's on Instagram or here, I get stuff and I'm like, ooh, I don't think they've watched me for very much. I'm like, I try to like put people in touch with the resources and the types of people that are going to resonate and are right for them. And I'm like, I get some questions sometime and I'm like, yeah, I'm not your guy, you know. You've heard me use it. If you'd have watched my videos, you've probably heard me use this term before. I'm one of those stay in my lane type of people. And those, there's not a lot of those these days. A lot of people don't seem to know what their lane is. Meaning, I'm not that much of a detail person. I just do. Whether it, and I get a lot all the time when I'm doing food type stuff, recipes, and it's not that I'm being obstinate or not sharing. I'm just not, that is my way of doing recipes. So even when I have a video that I say this is a recipe, it's loose. It's very loose because I tend to just make things, and even recipes that I do over and over and over and over, I probably make them different every single time. And that's not to say there's anything wrong with recipes, not anything wrong with proper recipes. It's just like there's better people for that. You need to find like the right people for the right things that are talking about the right subjects. I'm a skeptic. That if you haven't picked that up as my vibe, well, then you're not paying very close attention. I'm a skeptic. I'm a skeptic with everything, and I think everybody should be skeptical. I think to me, that's the core of the scientific approach, is a healthy skepticism. I'm not talking about this new BS way that everybody plays devil's advocate to everything, but I'm just talking about having good, healthy skepticism. And one thing that makes me double down on being skeptical about a person when they're sharing information, doing stuff like this, is I don't trust people that know everything. I don't trust people that never say they're wrong about anything. I don't trust people that have the answer to every damn thing on this lifestyle, like they're an encyclopedia. And a lot of those people, to be quite honest with you, and that's why the second half, doing versus talking, they're fans. They talk, they study, they memorize, they know all the jargon, they know all the lingo. But a lot of times, the biggest talkers and the people that know all these little raw food fun facts aren't really doing the lifestyle. And if they are, they're doing it in such an abysmal way that you don't even really see results. It's kind of like that old, you ever heard guys like give each other a hard time, like, hey, brah, you even lift? It's kind of like sometimes you see somebody with their pontificating on the raw food diet and you're like, yo, brah, do you even eat like this? Because I can't tell you, there's nothing that's showing me you even eat like this. So, I'm a skeptic. I'm not that big of a detail person. And let me tell you something. People might out there, some people will bristle at me saying that. I'm not a detail person in the sense that I don't worry all day, every day about, oh, am I getting enough of this today? Am I getting enough of that? But I constantly, then I'll turn around and contradict myself. And I'm like, okay, now I'm working on filling in the holes, looking for things that I might not be given, might not be getting. But do the lifestyle first. I mentioned this in a video recently, the last few days, the last week, whatever, that doing this lifestyle less than perfect is not going to kill you. It's probably not going to kill you if you did this lifestyle wrong for quite a good bit of time, but you will figure it out. But people think it's got to be done perfectly, and they're over, okay, well, is this too much this with this? Or how do you feel? Oh my God, I almost always know when they say, what are your thoughts on this? I'm like, it's probably a little bit convoluted. I probably haven't thought that far. I haven't like really gotten down into the details of things. Walk before you run. Walk before you run. Just figure out how to do this lifestyle. Figure out how to do the raw food diet. Figure out how to be a raw vegan. Just do it. Just do it, just do it, just do it. Eat a lot of carbs. Just carb your way there. Then, I'm not saying, just do it willy-nilly. Research. Do your own research. As you're doing the lifestyle, be educating yourself. Take a book, take a page out of my chapter. I'm always filling in the holes. Like I say, it's just, like constantly working from the big picture and then working towards details, because I do focus on some of the details. It's just not, like I say, I'm always focused more on the big picture than on these little minute things. You can figure the little minute things out, a little bit later. Let me see, I had some notes down here. But let me go back to that for a second about being a skeptic. There's just too many. How do people know all this stuff? Okay, now taking me out of the equation, I've told you guys I drank away a good portion of my brain and I don't retain a lot of stuff, but who are you encyclopedia people out there that have memorized all the fun facts, all the raw as law type stuff? And the ones that know all the fun facts generally tend to be on the extreme version of it. But once again, not knocking anybody else's approach. Just like I say, it's always, there's some people that probably are best suited to move on to somebody else. They're going to learn more from somebody else than they are from me. The people that are super extremely serious about raw, that it's raw as law, that's like your main thing. There's a lot of better raw people out there. A lot of my message is I'm trying to reach a wider audience. I'm trying to get more to talk to more people, and I'm trying to just kind of help people wherever they are, regardless of whether they're interested in the raw food diet. Because I was talking about healing with somebody just the other day, and yes, I choose the raw version of it, and yes, I believe that's more healing. I believe it's better for the body in general, but plant-based diet is extremely healthy. It's extremely healing. Most people are never going to be raw. Sorry, folks, but reality is reality. And I just don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater and just be like, okay, well, if you're not going to do raw, there's no use in any of it. That's just the feel, the vibe I get from the raw folks sometimes. It's just like, let everybody decide for themselves. Put the information out there. I encourage people to go fully raw, but people aren't going to do that, and for the people that aren't going to do that, there's still information, valuable information for them out there. So, yeah, like I say, I just kind of keep it simple. I just eat fruits and vegetables. And sometimes I think we try to complicate it just a little bit too much. And I even have these conversations sometimes as I'm doing these videos. I'm having these wacky conversations out loud that I have in my head, because there's lots of programming. I'm coming from a different way of eating, a different way of thinking. Even when I was thinking healthy before, healthy's different to me now, but then sometimes I go to that natural thing, like, other animals, they don't run around like, oh, did I get enough of this? Did I get enough of that? They come to a tree, or they come to their source of food, and they just lay into it, and they eat. And they eat, and they fill themselves up, and they move on when they don't have food anymore. But then sometimes I think like, okay, yes, there's all these nutrients, macros, micros, minerals, vitamins, things that we need to be getting. So am I making sure that I'm getting enough of that? So in the end, I just kind of try to do the best that I can. I'm constantly trying to learn more. I'm constantly trying to, if I don't have variety within my diet every day, if I don't even have variety in my diet for 2 or 3 months at a time, that's why I try to change it up seasonally and, you know, eat a little bit different throughout the year. But in the end, like I say, I'm not going to try to, you know, fool you or try to cover things that are really out of my league, because that's what this lifestyle is about for me. I'm not saying it's right. And once again, let me go back to that skeptical. Don't trust people that are always right. Trust people that'll tell you they don't know, because then you're kind of, you know, you're kind of moving with a seeker. Be a seeker. That's what I am. I'm a seeker. You know, I don't say a whole lot of things with authority, but anyhow, that's just kind of my philosophy on this whole thing. And yeah. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed that one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.